Hi everyone, my name is Etredu and I humbly welcome you back to my channel. Well, we are back with another beautiful discussion, and as usual, I'm here with the incredible
Hannah Alagbe.
You seem a little down today, girl. What's up? What's happening?
Not in the best of moods.
Okay, I guess I know why. Well, today's discussion is actually centered on a gentleman named Kofi Gaps, who is also described as Mr. Happiness. I believe that's the main reason for my lady right here feeling a little down. Now, let me quickly run you through. According to Kofi Gaps or Mr. Happiness, Dutch passport is more rewarding or important than acquiring a PhD certification in Ghana here. Bro, like this is like a stone throw to some of us. You understand? I mean, some of us, like, yeah, you get it, some of us
You are
aiming
doing everything possible to publish.
to publish articles, to do this, to get a PhD. Bro, man, talk to
Maybe we
me.
should just have everything for it and just look for how to get our Dutch passport and forget the struggle.
But you know,
Okay, his assertion is not far from the truth, except for the
Word.
fact that he downplayed the efforts and intellectual abilities of Ghanaians pursuing PhD and who already have their PhD. Other than that, yes, it's a truth he spoke. Because how can a country with leaders and all is glory? Yeah, both countries. So what
Of
is
course.
happening
So what
in
is
Dutch
happening?
that is not happening in Ghana? Or what system is the Dutch, running?
Yeah.
That's different from all that the Ghanaian. The Ghanaian environment cannot emulate to
Yeah.
set Ghana on the same pedestal
Pedestal
as
with, yeah,
the.
Netherlands.
It's sad. It's sad for an indigent to, it's even an insult to the nation.
Seriously. And
Because
clearly,
there's this proverb that it's only bastards who point their left hand to their father's house.
damn.
So how would if for Mr. Happy to be talking so down on Ghana, it's something Ghana as a whole, we should sit up and think that what is really wrong with the nation? What is really wrong with the nation? I'm not saying that what he said about this PhD holders and PhD students is right. No, it's not. He shouldn't look down on other people's efforts. If that's the way, if that's the easy way for him, that's fine. We wish him well. I shouldn't also downplay the efforts of other people. That's the only issue I had with all his assertion. It's free to express himself and do whatever he wants to do or achieve his goal however he feels is right. But that shouldn't be in comparison with other people's best option.
Yeah. But you know one thing, that is why we need to be asking ourselves a lot of questions as citizens of the Republic of Ghana. Like, what is happening? What is going on? And immediately Mr. Happiness came out with that assertion or comment, and GH1 TV, which is one of the renowned television stations in our country here, they came out with a little survey on Twitter for the Ghanaian populace to share their thoughts on the above subject. And in relation to this particular poll, guess what? 85% of Ghanaians chose the Dutch passport to the Ghanaian PhD. Bro, so like what is happening? What is happening?
This is not to say that Ghanaians are not interested in education.
Good.
If you should run this survey, you realize that lots of Ghanaians are eager to leave the country to pursue their educational dreams.
Clearly.
So this more like it's a problem with the whole system of Ghana, our educational system, right from primary school. There's this thing I was reading on social media that lecturers are more interested in failing students than helping them to actually succeed in school. Right from primary school, you realize that they'll teach you something. Maybe on a lifetime, they'll teach you 1+1. But in the exams, you realize that it's not even. I'm not saying they should give us 1+1 or 2+2. But then they bring you a problem statement.
Yeah.
And they are. Whereas in class, they never taught you that. So how do they expect you to produce something they never taught you? And then they'll delight in failing you.
So is it that the failure of students is their joy? Is that the motive of Ghanaian tutors?
And it's more like a theoretical setting. The education is more like theory. They just come to dump on you. It's not practical. There was one. This that's on a light. There was one video I saw on someone's status
Okay.
where people in Asia, I think particularly China, students in preschool,
Yeah.
kindergarten, they were being taught crafts, arts.
Oh, nice.
People who wanted to be chef were being taught how to cook. They had their aprons. It was practical,
That's beautiful.
really practical. And then you know how the chefs really play with the fire and all those things. This small children were practicing this when they were now using industrial machine,
Wow.
not the big one as they use in industry, but
At least something they can
an
manage.
imitation of
Yeah.
that. That could suit the children. They were using it to create. Their creativity was being activated. They were activating their creativity. People, people wanted to venture into the engineering field. They were trying their hands on bricks laying, masonry, and all of that. These were practical as far back as preschool.
Wow. So just imagine by the time they
By
get
the
to the
time
higher
you know,
level of
and
education.
then those who were dealing with gadgets,
Yeah.
they're also there opening up gadgets and
Oh.
trying to see and bring it back together. This thing has challenged them and has exposed them. So by the time they will get to elementary school,
Tell me more.
they would have found their passion,
Yeah.
and where they really want to belong to. We
Wow.
came to Yano. They're making that comparison between Africa and Asia.
Okay.
So they got to Africa, and in that category of school, class, students were being imparted the Holy Spirit. I'm not saying it's bad.
But you are trying to say there is time for everything.
God over everything.
Of course.
Even the ability to have all these things is by the will of God. But there's time for everything.
There's time for everything. That's fact.
The students were being imparted with the Holy Spirit. They get out of school and they're still doing Holy Spirit, dwelling in poverty. No.
This is a clear indication that the system is not working and we need to do something about it. I remember recently the youth went on a little demonstration to hit on the fact that things are not really working in our part of the world. And for that matter, the leaders need to fix certain things for us. But guess what? Others also ended up, changing the whole hashtag to change your attitude, like fix your attitude. You understand? So as we were fighting for the leaders to fix the country, our own people were also fighting against us to fix our attitude instead of fixing the country. Clearly, we need attitudinal change as Ghanaians. It will be very unfair on my part not to hit on that. We need attitudinal change as Ghanaians. But clearly speaking, we have been failed by our leaders in all aspects of life. I'm coming. Let me add this particular thing to it. Recently I was so excited when I saw a particular politician hitting on the nail directly that his generation has really failed us and the unborn generation. And I was like, wow, this is one out of a million politicians in Ghana, bro. He made it very clear. I've forgotten the name of this particular man. Man, Adapt Market DV for speaking the truth. He made it very clear that his generation has really failed us in the world at large, bro. And that is very clear. We claim to be fighting Galamsey, if I should be honest with you, wonderful people. But what do we see? It keeps rising day in and out, bro. It's just crazy.
Question. What is the cause? Is it really attitudinal change or the system not working?
I feel the system not working.
If system were to work as it is, it would put people on their toes to have a change in attitude.
Exactly.
Or are you telling me that attitudinal change has to first happen before the system would work?
I am of a school of thought which believes that the system should work, and definitely it's going to directly have an impact on the attitude of the citizens. You understand? The system should work, bro. That is why I was so much angry or pissed off when I heard my colleagues or my age mates also making noise that change your attitude or fix your attitude as we were campaigning for fix the country or fix the country movement. Bro, I was so pissed to the core if I'm being honest with you.
This Western countries, Ghanaians and other Africans are, hailing and celebrating.
Yeah.
Institutions are working.
Good.
The system are working.
Good.
You won't be on the highway, get down from your vehicle, just turn to the bush and say you want to take a pee.
Never,
Hello?
bro. It ain't happening.
Hello?
Never.
Hello? But here in Ghana, any part at all, we are all guilty of that. Nobody is exempted. We are all guilty of that.
Yeah.
And which system? In fact, these local authorities we have, those assembly members,
Oh, bro.
MMDs, they don't even reside in the communities they are, they are supposed to be overseeing. So how then do they put in place? Do they institutionalize this laws? No,
Tell me more.
they are not there.
Tell me more. You know, the funny thing is that most of them pretend to work. And bro, I really hate that attitude. Like, I honestly hate that lackadaisical attitude. They pretend to work. Meanwhile, they ain't doing anything. We are in an election year, right?
Yeah.
Very soon, you start seeing politicians moving to people's homes, pounding fufu, washing panties, sweeping.
No, how dare they think these trivial things can actually earn our votes?
Bro.
How we sure Ghanaians could actually resist this kind of things to get our votes? No, those are...
It's sad. Sometimes I think that's why they are not willing to fix the country. You know, people are even selling their votes for 200 Ghana cedis, which is
for a whole 4 years.
Good for a whole 4 years. People are selling their votes for 200 Ghana cedis, which is approximately, dollars. How much is that? All right, let's put that aside since we are not. Let's not quantify it. Now, people are selling their votes for 200 Ghana cedis. So imagine they fix the country. I'm sure that person is able to, yes, if that person is able to make ends meet, I'm sure that person will sell it or a vote for 200 cedis.
Employed. People are old salaries.
Bro.
And utilities keep hiking. No, fuel every week, fuel prices hike. Like, roads are so bad. Roads are bad. Sometimes you travel, you get back, you'll be having body pains.
Oh, I just experienced that yesterday. And it's just crazy.
Mr. Happy had rice.
The reason
because
for
he came
saying
from
that.
Ghana.
Of course.
He came from Ghana. So he knew the system he left. And when he compares it to what he has met, come on, Ghana can do better.
Good. And upon Mr. Happiness coming from Ghana, somebody posted this about him. That is a very close friend of Mr. Happiness. And so let me read it verbatim. And it reads, Kofi bought a 5-bedroom house in Ghana in the year 2010. Had Infiniti, Lexus, Audi and Toyota cars to his name. The Kofi I know is a smart young man, a graduate of Accra Academy in 2002 or 3. So for those of you who do not know, Accra Academy is one of the best senior high schools in Ghana. Yeah, it's a single-sex school, bro, like male. He's a very good graphic designer. I'm sure most people in the graphic design and printing industry in Newtown in Kokomlemle knows him. I'm not surprised he's got the entire country calling his name with a Dutch passport. Mind you, he wasn't a poor guy before he left Ghana. Girl.
So you see, there's this thing I keep saying that the issue is not just about relocating.
Tell me.
If Mr. Happiness was doing well, why then did he leave?
You understand?
Why did he leave?
This boils down to the point of the system not working.
Because if he had his house, had all these cars that are
in his name,
what else do you need from there?
And guess what? I watched one of his videos this morning, and he made it clear that he cleans the washroom over there. That's what he do. But I saw him with this, perfume, and he was like, yeah, he's actually going to work to clean the toilet. And for him to smell good, he got to use this perfume. It was even branded. You understand? So people are leaving all these luxurious commodities behind in search of greener pastures. What is wrong? Like, what is wrong in that part of the world?
In fact, one thing I've come to realize is the indiscriminate charges on mobile money transaction. Like, how? What happened? So in a day, if I'm to be making a transaction of 10,000, I'll be paying 100,000 tax. 100 cedis tax.
100 cedis. That's unfair.
That's also unfair.
That's unfair.
Where is the money going? And we don't even know. We can't see what the money is being used for.
But you know the funny thing? The money you are sending has already been taxed. You understand? It has already been taxed.
So someone's salary.
Yes. If it's your salary, it's been taxed already.
Then you're still taxing. It's so unfair. Why would people leave the country? You are taxing everything.
Wow.
Everything. It's so sad. It's so sad to think that sometimes you can't defend your nation.
Yeah, it's
As much
very
as you want
sad.
to be
It's very
patriotic,
sad. Yes.
you can't defend because you know very well that what the leaders are doing is not right. Where is the money going
Where
to?
is it going to?
Who is accountable for what the money is used for? Who can be held responsible? See, this morning I was returning from the market and I
Okay.
was in a vehicle with someone, another passenger. I was the first to enter the vehicle and then he
He
joined.
joined later on. Okay.
So we got chatty. Then he was telling me that he traveled but just returned back into the country.
Okay.
So I asked him, where did he travel to? He traveled to Canada, but things didn't work out, so he just had to come back. So now he's job hunting. So he was on his way to meet an MP's wife
Oh, okay.
who has promised him a job. So apparently it was the driver of the MP, but he felt, or maybe he thought he had the way to
All
know
right. Since
since
the
he
driver
was
is close to
traveling.
the man,
So
yeah.
no, he was the person I was speaking to. I met was the driver of the MP,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but
Okay.
had the
Okay.
opportunity to travel to Canada.
Oh, okay.
So he traveled actually, but had to come back because of documentation issues. So
Yeah,
he
I
just had to
understand.
come back instead of implicating himself and going. So he came back willingly. Now he was job hunting. So the former boss's wife invited him for maybe another job opportunity.
Oh, okay.
So that was where he was headed to. And in my head, if all other things were actually in place, it doesn't matter the level of education you are saying. You should have something to feed on.
I
The government
understand.
is not even giving us allowance for being citizens. So why don't you just give us the opportunity to work what we
Yeah.
earn? I mean,
But
to earn what we work, to work what we earn.
one
Why don't
thing.
you just provide us with the opportunity to fend for ourselves? If you can't give us for the fact that we are citizens, give us what we can earn. Like, give us the opportunity to earn,
But
to make ends meet, to be able to feed.
one beautiful thing is that Ghanaians are not lazy. Trust me, Ghanaians are not lazy, and we are not asking for much. Neither are we asking for free money. Work, work. Create something.
Ghanaians are,
Innovatively.
students are very, very
Serious,
studious.
serious. Create something for us to do so we can make ends meet from it. That's all what the people are asking for.
They are industrious, they are studious. All they need is provide them the right system
And
to
that's
be
it.
able to bloom. If Ghanaian educational system were right, I'm not sure. They are very, very expensive. Ghanaian educational system education here in Ghana is very expensive. I mean, if you want to do your masters, okay, let's say undergrad. Undergrad is nothing less than 10,000 Ghana
Of
cedis.
course, of course,
Undergrad,
of
nothing
course.
less than. I remember as far back I paid like, no, it was more than maybe 15 to 20,000, because at my undergrad I paid close to 10,000 for
Wow.
my undergrad education. So that was as far back as 2014
2014
to
to 18.
2018.
Wow.
Then I paid close to 10,000 Ghana
Wow.
cedis. So imagine now,
Imagine the world
how
today.
much are they paying? Plus hostel fees, plus buying handouts, doing projects, and all of that. How do you expect people? And the economy is not thriving. How do they get money to support or fend for, take care of that responsibilities? That's aside. Imagine postgrad, graduate school. If undergrad is paying more than 10,000 Ghana cedis, how much is graduate school
How
going to pay?
much?
How much is graduate school going to pay? And they are not even making it easy for you with all the stress, and then it's not practical, it's not hands-on. This they just spoil it, so he give you assignment. It's more of theory, theory. It's not like, so Ghanaians who have noticed this and really want to make a difference, right after grad,
they
right?
try
I mean,
to
right after undergrad,
they try to
they
move
try to move
outside.
out
Yeah.
to get the real education.
We hope things change for the better. We hope things change. On the part of Mr. Happiness choosing the Dutch passport over PhD acquisition in Ghana here, somebody asked an artificial intelligence the same question by putting it in a manner that, assuming you're in a country whereby the economic growth of the nation is nothing to write home about, and you have the opportunity to pursue a doctorate program in that country, and also you have the opportunity to acquire a Dutch passport, which one will you go for? After careful analysis by artificial intelligence, trust me, AI ended up choosing the Dutch passport. You understand? Because artificial intelligence also had to, combine certain things. Because if you're able to acquire that particular Dutch passport, considering the standard of living and cost of living of the two countries used as a case study, clearly the Dutch passport will have an upper hand on that of your country. And
Because
bro,
if the education is very, very enriching,
of course,
then right out of school, you can still go any part of the
of
world
course.
to work
Because you
with
can
your
even acquire the
PhD.
PhD in Ghana, and at the end of the day, you wouldn't get any job with the PhD.
Really, after all that you spend, the stress, the emotional stress,
Oh.
psychological stress, and financial stress, you finish and you're not getting anything to do.
Even if you should get a job, how much is your
How much are
salary?
you earning?
But one beautiful thing is, we are both looking forward in acquiring our PhD.
Oh yes.
We are both looking forward in acquiring our PhD. But let me share my thought on this before I ask my wonderful lady right here. Me as a person, part of Dutch passport and PhD acquisition in Ghana here, considering the current financial or economic standing of our nation, looking at the interest rates, monetary policy, looking at the inflation, I was told inflation reduced somewhere last month. Bro, that's crazy.
It's not
Inflation
evident
has been increasing at an unappreciable margin, and it's reduced at a point something figure, and people are celebrating. Bro, that is crazy. So honestly speaking, considering all these economic mishap, me as an individual who is willing to acquire a PhD certification, I'll go for the Dutch passport. Then, right after acquiring the Dutch passport, I may pursue a PhD program over there, because trust me, in some few years to come, I need to be Dr. Redu, because I can't honestly keep all what I have to myself. I need to impart that level of knowledge into the future generation. But I wish the economic standing or the situation in my country was something good to write home about. I wish I could choose PhD in my country over the Dutch passport at this given, my bro. It's impossible. As a very good friend of mine would say, it is impossible. That is, it is impossible and it cannot be. Tell me, what's up? What's up? What about you?
I'd have loved to give my allegiance to my country.
Respect,
I
respect.
would have loved. I'm not saying I'm going to. I would have loved to give my allegiance to my country. But there was something, a recent video of Mr. Happiness,
Okay,
which personally I appreciated that. He appreciated the Ghanaian passport
good.
for granting him the leverage to go to the Netherlands.
Okay.
He appreciated it because it starts from somewhere.
Yeah.
If he didn't have the Ghanaian passport, of course, it wasn't visa free. It wasn't visa free though.
Yeah, certainly.
So the Ghanaian passport granted him the gateway to the world. So it's not all that bad. It's not all that bad.
Of course.
So which one will I prefer? It hurts me to say. Yes, I'll side with Mr. Happiness.
Oh.
I just have to.
You
Because
know.
it's hurtful to know that you put in effort and it's not appreciated. Like you'll be
Seriously.
working like an elephant and be earning like an
An
ant.
ant.
Nah.
And it's rather
When you
unfortunate.
know you have the opportunity to actually work like an ant and earn like an elephant. Out there people are actually being paid to go to school.
Of course.
People are being paid. Their tuition fee will be waived, then they will be paid on top to go to school.
It's just crazy.
I'll choose the Dutch passport.
Wow. We wish we could choose that of our motherland, but considering a lot of stuff, bro, we cannot do that. We cannot do
You
that.
cannot jeopardize our future in the name of baby Davy.
You understand what I'm talking about? But clearly, I am of a view that Mr. Happiness is full of excitement, always trying to make himself happy on the internet. So I'm of a view that this particular statement from Mr. Happiness. Right. It's something he said in a jovial manner. Let me simply put it that
But
way.
let's
But
make
clearly,
something
we have to
clear
share our
here.
thoughts on it.
Let's make something clear here. He never said having a PhD is bad.
Of course.
Or working at getting a PhD
is bad. He never said that.
He said it's better than studying for a PhD in University of Ghana.
Yes, he was even clear on that.
He was specific.
Yeah.
So he didn't say working at getting a PhD or having a PhD is bad. He said having a Dutch passport is better than working at getting a PhD in
Ghana here. Yeah.
So this to tell you the issues with the educational system.
Understand.
These were the issues that I'm sure he considered before making that statement. So to our PhD holders, our doctors, and upcoming or incoming.
Up and coming, any of them goes.
To be doctors.
Or would be.
to our would-be doctors. Don't be discouraged.
Of course.
Just work at it, and let's hope that our knowledge will be impactful and will change the situation of our dear country.
Of course.
So that people like us who really love our country can boast of our Ghanaian passports.
That's what's up. Besides, we are all in the same boat. And trust me, in some few years to come, we're definitely going to add doctor to our names. That's what's up.
Doctor in the making.
Doctor in the making.
Thank you for your time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Subscribe to the channel and keep your comments coming. You understand? All right, peace.